How do you make 100K a year attending tax deed sales? Hey, my name is Dustin, and on this channel we talk about wholesaling, tax lien and deed investing, and creative real estate investing in general. So if you're tuning into this channel for the first time, today's video will be about tax deed investing. And if you're unfamiliar with what a tax deed is, it's basically when the government auctions off your property for the outstanding back taxes owed. And a lot of people think, first off, tax deed investing is kind of too good to be true because they don't understand it. And one of the reasons that they don't understand it is because in the US, there's 3,200 counties. And half of those counties are going to be tax deed counties. And then the other half is going to be tax lien counties. And here's why people really don't understand tax lien and deed investing. And the reason that is actually because every county does things a little bit differently. So nobody can really give you an accurate description if you're just talking to your friends or your neighbors about what tax deed investing is. So for example, like if you're flipping real estate, flipping is flipping, whether you're in New York or you're in Washington. It's kind of the same thing, but with tax lien and deed investing, it's going to change pretty much everywhere you go. There's going to be little nuances in every single area. So the topic of today is how do you make 100K a year doing tax deed investing? And first off, if you're going to get into it, to really get to that 100K mark, you're probably going to need 30 to 40K-ish to really get that money working for you. So for example, we just got back from the Arkansas tax deed sale, and we picked up a couple properties there, and I think we paid 20K for one property that's going to make us around 15,000. And then we bought my favorite deal yet, which is our funeral home example, which I'll always mention because it's just such a fun deal. We bought, it's actually a funeral home and a limousine service in one. It's a commercial operating business, and we bought it for 6K, pays us $1,000 a month rent. And we've collected 2 years of rent off of that property now. And now we're actually getting some offers on it. I think we just signed an offer for $50,000 on that property. So we paid 6 for it. It's brought in 24. And then from there, we're gonna make 50. So a total of 75K off of our 6K. So that's definitely a home run deal. Those don't happen all the time. But if you wanna get to that 100K a year mark with tax deed investing, basically plan to be on the road going to at least, I would plan for like 7 to 10 sales per year. And the reason I say that is because you're gonna go to sales and all of your properties are gonna be redeemed off the list. So you could get skunked at half of those sales. You could go to 10 sales and maybe you only get properties at 5 of the sales. So in order to really find good tax deed auctions, first off, always check in your county. So see what your own backyard has to offer for tax deed sales, because what's nice about that is you don't actually have to travel that far to go to that tax deed sale. Next, if you're going to be hitting the road, make sure you're going to a tax deed sale that makes it worth your while. So if you're going to travel or spend you $500 or $1,000 to go travel to a sale, you're going to want to make sure that there's adequate amount of property there so that you don't get skunked. There's nothing worse than traveling all day and not getting any property and going back empty-handed, which it's going to happen and it will happen. But to get to that 100K mark, 100K per year mark, plan on going to probably 10 sales a year. Expect to get skunked on probably half of them, meaning not getting a property. And then from there, I would definitely put into play probably 30 to 40K for buying these properties, and then shoot for buying them, up to 50% off market value. Now, there's always going to be home runs when you do this sort of stuff, so you just need to stick through it. So on a recap, find yourself 10 tax deed sales. Ideally start close to home and then fan out. So that way you get a good idea of the county, you understand, you learn what's going on. Another thing you can do is find investors if you don't have that capital, or from there, start small with $200-300 tax deed sales and move up. So today's video is all about tax deed investing, but we're also big fans of wholesaling. So I actually have, I'll unfold it here. It's folded up in my pocket, but a nifty 0 to 100. Ironically, this video is about tax deed sales, but we also are big fans of wholesaling real estate. So we have this 0 to 100K wholesale cheat sheet blueprint that accompanies and comes with a full tutorial video. So check out the link below to get your copy on this. It's easily a $97 value. If you like the channel, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching.